Hello everyone, welcome back to Drakengard 3. I'm your mad host, Genesis013, and in the last episode we ventured through, we were kind of venturing with, hanging out with our new disciple, Octa. And in this episode we will venture onwards to the center. We now have a destination in mind to find Lady 3, and we shall continue our pursuit for her, so let us begin.
Guided by the disciple Octa, the group tracked down the shrine where 3 was hiding. Soon, Zero found herself before the Lost Forest, a foreboding region from which no one has escaped.
Why do you get lost all the damn
How am I
time?
supposed to aim all this far? Our fools have it just as bad. Stay focused.
Like always.
The classic excuse. I'm gonna die here. And I'll never fulfill my dream of
That's
sleeping
not
with
true
Lady
at all.
3. It is true. It is true at all. Hell of a time to come out, man. There. Over on the right. Ah, she's too fast. Hey.
So you probably noticed we have a different chakra from before. This is the electroshocker. This is one we showed up in the shop sometime after we acquired Octa here. The differences between this and the one beforehand is this has a slightly faster speed up, as well as we have the advantage of, or at least in mid combo, we have a way of slamming up and straight down, which is actually a really cool ability that I kind of like.
Looks like there's a bridge where the statue is pointing its landing.
Also get used to seeing this particular thing right here, this particular statue. Yeah, this is going to be very important throughout this map. Also, we have Dio with us this time to kind of join in with the banter of Octa. And we have Mikhail following us around like a lost puppy this time around. It's actually kind of good.
Oh, Zero! There's a dragon in the river!
That's your reflection.
It is? Oh. We'll never know. Ah!
Lady Zero, what of Mikhail?
He's in the river.
Yes, but what I was actually asking is...
He'll turn up eventually.
Eventually.
Look, I don't know. Maybe some crazy cat lady will adopt him, okay?
So, that happened, unfortunately.
This ability is poor.
This is more
Going
along
down
to
yet.
show off more of the abilities of the
Messing
Chakram,
around,
which
Zero, or I'll stab your demon ass.
basically makes good work of archers, actually. Assuming you can get the charge out first before they start like aiming their sights at you. But either way, it's a good way of clearing them like all in one fell swoop. It's actually really nice. And another weapon we have with us is a new spear, which is the Eternal Whale. Again, this too was in the shop as before. So I thought I basically purchased them. I only upgraded the shocker, so I thought I'd just kind of show off these two weapons when I get the chance, basically.
What's with this fog?
Lady 3 like to call this area the Lost Forest.
So is there a way out or what?
Who can say?
You're useless.
So yeah, welcome to the Zelda portion of this dungeon, of this game, where we have to basically clear enemies and follow those statues, or at least wherever they're being pointed to. And I remember correctly, there is a chest not far from where the statue is right here. It's a little hard to find. Thank you, Mr. Statue. Yeah, as you can tell, it is really hard to see if you do not have a guide with you. So, Also, there are a lot of horrible things waiting for you in the forest if you're not careful. Does make finding things a little harder, but thankfully we found our statue that's needed, so let's go and, well, follow the statue, sadly. That's all we can really do is just kind of follow them and also, this is a new weapon we have with us as well. This is the Iceborne Slayers. Again, also, it's a weapon I picked up earlier, but I wasn't able to use just yet because I wanted to show off the chest weapon we got first. But since we got upgraded a little bit more, I thought
This fog is really starting to piss me off.
I'd show it off when I got the chance. Sorry. Okay. Also, welcome to where Ian starts falling randomly and hopelessly in the fog. This is basically all you got to expect through this area. It's just following the statues as best as you can, to the best of your ability, till you're out of these woods. Thankfully, I think the treasure chest you need to get is the only thing you need to get from here, I believe. Because if I remember correctly, I think the last chest is, mercifully at least, out of here. So, yeah. I wish I could tell you guys I remembered how long it is till we're out of here, but I don't fully remember, so we'll have to see. I'll try to get us out of here as quickly as possible. Yeah, that's the best you can do, is just hope you can kill the undead as quickly as you can.
We're finally free of this stupid shithole.
You know, for an intoner, you sure do use a lot of colorful language.
Alright,
What do
so...
you want? That fucking forest pissed me off.
Ah, yes. There's a reason it's known as the forest that breaks minds.
Yeah, well, C's mind was already broken. Maybe that just put it back together.
Hey, funny guy. Let's see how funny you are with a sword up your ass.
So this is the final chest, which is behind this tree where the checkpoint is. Thankfully, I got that before getting the checkpoint, so you know I don't have to repeat that. Welcome to Centaurs!
This should be fun. I haven't had something meaty to rip into in forever.
These guys are generally unpleasant assholes. I'm not even gonna pretend to lie.
What are you doing?
Oh, nothing, my lady. Nothing of importance.
He was measuring the length of... well, he was measuring... something.
I'm merely a scientist collecting data on my finest assets, my lady. I mean, what's the point of owning art if you don't view it once in a while?
You're a class act, Doctor.
And yeah, Octo was basically staring at the somewhat nude woman that is kind of floating at the base of the centaur. Which, ironically, if you can knock it down, that is its weak point, thankfully. Mercifully, probably. Man, there's nothing much else to say about the centaurs. They're slow, they're very extreme in their telltellings, and they just kind of and other sort of stuff, and woman is basically just a giant punching bag for them. But yeah. That was basically all you got for your troubles for navigating the maze, is a new enemy type and boss-like enemy, really. So let's just move onwards, and actually, how much more of this map do I have? Oh, not far at all, actually. I think this is the very end, actually.
There's something weird about this tree.
Well, As I said before, it is the shrine of Lady 3. Let's thrust ourselves inside, shall we?
And that was verse 5. A very straightforward chapter overall, and not... It's different from before, but it's actually fairly... It's mercifully short at best. Granted, it's actually good because it would probably get really old having to wander in that forest forever. I'm not sure if you can just go straight from point A to point B if you know where you're going, or you're forced to follow the statues, unfortunately. I've never experimented myself, but as you see, the 4 chest we got here was just simply money and another silver piece, thankfully. We also have ourselves a new Accord quest. You guys won't have to see that. I think it's just a simple quest like we've seen the others. It's just basically beat up mooks to get items. Unfortunately, thankfully, this isn't a quest that... this isn't a side quest that gives a weapon, so you won't have to see it. Like I said, that's the only condition I've left for these Accord missions, is if a weapon is involved, basically. So yeah. So yeah, we have a bot. So I think I'm gonna end it off now. I know this is short, but this is kind of keeping in the format that I've been doing of a verse per chapter, because these will get much larger later on. So next time we have ourselves a boss now, because this is the last verse of the chapter. So I've been your mad host, and I hope you've enjoyed all of this, guys. So, take care. Bye.